Trust was used earlier already, and trust becomes when public broadcaster provides reliable journalism. But if the receivers do not believe it, what to do? Countering disinformation, public broadcaster as a defender of trust is the next subject. We go from the Ukraine to the neighboring country. From Moldovan public broadcaster, welcome Nicolae Mocanu.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello to everyone. My name is Nicolae Mocanu. I'm the head of the Romanian public television in the Republic of Moldova. First of all, sorry for my English. I try to do my best. I was born in the left side of River Nistru, in a territory called Transnistria, where we have Russian military troops there, military army. And even the Ukrainian army keep Russians far from Moldova. The military, Russian military troops in Transnistria are very, very aggressive, even nowadays. Our television is working in Moldova as a public television. We have the same conditions with the Moldavian public television. We work closer to each other. Now in audience, we are on the 4th place in national measures in Moldova. And my presentation is based on the cognitive defense line. First of all, positioning TV Moldova not merely as a media broadcaster, but we think we are a critical pillar of the Republic of Moldova national security architecture. First of all, we call our strategy, as you say on my presentation, 5D machinery flywheel. 5D means divide, dismay, dismiss, distort, and destruct. Russian work very well on this 5D. First of all, is divide the people. Dividing people, as in the Latin language, divide et impera. Russians have a lot of communities in Moldova, religion community, ethnic community. A lot of people in Moldova don't know what language they speak, because Russian invented Moldavian language. But as you know, in Moldova we speak Romanian language until Pact Ribbentrop-Molotov, Moldova was the part of Romania. That's why the biggest part of Moldovan territory now are located in Romania. But this small part of Moldova called Basarabia, historical name, is located between the river Prut and Nistru, and we have a small territory after the river Nistru called Transnistria. How I said, to divide people is there, as you see, even in Europe, in Spain, in Catalonia, in other places, Russians wants to divide people on ethnic, religious, different categories, and they work very well with every this category. In Moldova, we have autonomy called Gagauzia, a Turkish people that speak only Russian in the south of Republic of Moldova. In the left side of River Nistru, we have a unrecognized Republic Transnistria, they call Pridnestrovia. Also, we have in the north Ukrainian communities that are Russified, and even in Ukraine they have friends, relatives in Ukraine they believe that Putin make a great work there. That's why for Republic of Moldova, for a small country, it's very hard to fight with this. Last 2 years, in 2024 and 2025, in Moldova, we had 2 elections, very important elections, presidency elections, and the referendum to integrate in European Union or not. And we passed very well these elections. And 2025 was presidency elections. And we passed very well. Our television, public television, was an important factor in Moldova, because Romanian television, it's more, how to say, credible and transparent television in Moldova. All local televisions are, how to say, infected televisions with oligarchs, a lot of oligarchs that pay for journalists. A lot of our money comes from a country from the European Union. That's why they believe we are very credible television. Dismay. They induce fear by threatening Moldovan with Ukrainians' fate. Russians every day work in your country. Moldovan government want a war with the Russians. And all the elements of hybrid war they use to make people afraid, to make people confused, to make people believe that tomorrow will be the worst day in their lives. And on this fear, they make a lot of how to say, wrong information, give wrong information, disinformate people, dismiss, insult critics, and reject facts. For example, Gazprom denying energy blackmail. Our television, I heard a lot of times that Romanian public television in Moldova is the fascist television, because we say the truth. This kind of truth even came from a European television. They speculate fascist war, how they say, that fascist came to us every day. They come, and we must fight with fascist television, with fascist money, with fascist. This is one of but they have a lot of wrong disinformation, a lot of disinformation on this subject. Like, as you know, in Europa lives only gays, only lesbians, and so on and so on. Distort, twist facts to frame European integration as a loss of sovereignty. They told to people that European will buy everything here. We will have nothing. All the business we will be Europeans. All the lands, it's not yours. Europeans will buy even the lands, and you will now have sovereignty. You will now have culture. You will have no, they're saying, and distract. They accuse others of aggression to shift focus from Russian actions. Every day they call us like aggressors. Our work is to catch Moldovan minds, and every day they try to make us the big enemy in Moldova. The institutional shield, full spectrum cognitive defense. How TVR Moldova operates tactical, let's say. I try to make, to combine, I work with a lot of technical presentations, but organizers told me to make a presentation how TVR Moldova works with this, and I try to present you this three-tiered defensive architecture to neutralize hostile narratives at every level of cognitive engagement. First of all, tactical interception. When the war in Ukraine, we, in a half a year, rethink all our TV programs, all of them. Even I find 10 or 15 persons pro-Russian persons in our television. Now they don't work on TVR. But all of these TV programs you see here, it's maybe the most important programs to fight with Russian disinformation. Factor fake and fake news alert. We are not working only post factum, let's say. We try to prevent, to make some scenarios and to talk to people and told them what can happen if Russian will do this or this or this. We try to work proactive. To make rapid response, debunking of viral lies, and immediate deconstruction of the 5D machinery. The first is middle ring, historical resilience. Is the lesson of history. We call lecția de istorie in Romanian. We try to neutralize Soviet nostalgia. Russian are very good in this Soviet nostalgia. Even in Finland, I saw correcting the historical revisionism and breaking the Homo Moldovanus psychological conditioning. Homo Moldovanus, they told that Moldavian are different people from Romanians. You speak Moldavian language, they speak Romanian. You are in a such way, and try to make big differences between one big people. And let's say maybe I think that half of our people believe that they are Moldavians and that they don't have nothing in common with Romanians. Even they speak Romanian language and they understand each other. Because of Russian nostalgia, because USSR nostalgia, because they think they're independent republic. This independence, Republic of Moldova obtains in 1991. Was the first time that a small territory became an independent republic. After this, Russian troops begin a war. And Republic of Moldova was the first country attacked by Russian military troops in 1992, as you know. I was born and I grew up in Transnistria. My father fought in 1992 and was killed in that war. I know very well how they think, how they work, and how they will make their propaganda in the future. And my personal opinion is that Russia will not stop on this war. I think they will attack even a NATO country. I think so. And the third outer ring strategic analysis, programs like Impact Global, Impact Plus, point of today, we have in real-time decoding of geopolitical threats and mapping regional security vulnerabilities. We have good, even from Ukraine, we have good specialists, let's say, in geopolitical security. All the TV programs I have in this presentation are internationally recognized. Most of them were graduated with from different embassies, from European delegation in Republic of Moldova. Let's step. Tactical interception, the front line. Factor fake or fake news alert. We try to understand the fake news. We rapid response fact checking. We try to understand how they construct their lie and to make, let's say, an interesting response, an interesting combined on historical, tactical, don't know, combined with something cultural, and to make some information that people can catch faster than Russian propaganda. Target viral falsehood, deepfakes, conspiratorial fabrications. For example, fake FBI agents, fabricated crisis video, and so on and so on. Mechanism is direct confrontation of generating sourcing using verifiable open source data. The government of Republic of Moldova helps a lot to make good sources, verifiable sources. They work with us. They move very well, even in elections. As you know, the police, the intelligence service in Republic of Moldova work very hard. Every day they catch some Russian money, some leaders, some agents from Russia, and we know about all about this provocations, let's say. Anatomy of fake, deconstructing the militarization myth. First of all, step one, high. Politicians, like some of them. Irina Vlah was the Bashkan of Gagauzian autonomy. Bashkan is like a president of autonomy. Igor Dodon, you heard about Igor Dodon, was the president, pro-Russian president of Republic of Moldova. Planned the narrative. The government is spending 3 billion lei on 51 military objectives and transforming Merculești Airport into a military hub. Every day, pro-Russian leaders told us that Republic of Moldova want a big war. We want a war. In 1992, we attacked Russian troops. Every day, we want to attack them. And even Moldovan politics, the same narrative told us every day that Maia Sandu, the president, every day wants to become a national leader and to kill all the Russians in Moldova. This is the big step two, amplification. Hundreds of Moscow-controlled TikTok and Telegram accounts artificially inflate the claim, alleging social funds are being stolen for war. When Moldova closed some of pro-Russian televisions, this maybe I think in 2022, 2023. As you know, Russia Today, Sputnik, and other Russia One. These televisions, now we don't see these televisions in Moldova because they were closed, and it's very well. And when Russians try to move all the content on another televisions, and the Moldovan government moves very fast and close, they move in internet and online media. A lot of, I don't have here, but you know, in media, we read about 250 million euro that Russian spent on elections in Moldova. This is a huge money, huge for our small territory. And this money goes on TikToks. They have maybe hundreds of how we say farms of TikTokers, members, and they work to disseminate the information in online media. Also in Telegram. Telegram is known as a platform that works very well, and we find a lot of information from Ukraine, especially from Ukraine, from the front line. And that's why they use the most popular platforms. The third step, interception. TVR Moldova flags the coordinated campaigns as an active dismay operation designed to portray EU integration as warmongering. How to say, the biggest fear to Russian is European integration of Republic of Moldova. If we are integrated, we are safe, and they know. They will move. How to say? They will move harder. They will can't understand how Europeans will work with Moldovan people, and when people will be integrated, all their disinformation, all their propaganda, people will see that nothing happened, everything is all right, we live better, the Europeans are not cannibals, are not gays and lesbians. That's why for them, this is the worst thing can happen into European integration. That's why they keep the army in the left side of River Nistru to keep us in an unsafety, as an unsafety republic, unsafety region. Now they construct their disinformation because the European Union said Moldova can integrate without Transnistria, and they now build another that Transnistria will we will fight in Transnistria, we will attack again, we will make problems to that region, and they construct a different disinformation now. Step 4, deconstruction. TVR presents hard budget data providing the 3 billion lei claim is fabricated, clarifying that actual defense upgrades really heavily on US, EU donations, not diverted social funds. We'll go to next slide. Cognitive resilience, reclaiming historical truth. Russian influence operations really on weaponized nostalgia and historical revisionism. I think in every country post-Sovietic times, Russian told that in USSR was the best times, and now they say to us that whole the Europe was built by Russians. All the factories, all good that we have in our lives became from Russian. That's why we try, and this lesson of history is the most, have the biggest audience in our television, because we work with movies, documents, and different narratives that Russians invent for us. And people, most of them, told us that I don't know that Romanians speak the same language as in Moldova. We don't know that US Army and England attacked from the north and helped to in the Second World War. And people now are very confused because we have another information, and they try to understand where is the. We now on the battleship, when the people on weddings, on birthday, they speak a lot of they speak about a lot of information they catched from one or another. That's why we try to help people. A lot of our lessons made by a television, we show in schools of the lesson of history. We make them 35 minutes like a lesson in a school, and we show in every lyceum, every school, we show this, even they are not, how to say, such an academic or such a scientific lesson, but we try to, in 55 minutes on different subjects, yes, thank you, on different subjects, to try to explain people and to understand better what happened in our country. Strategic function is to dismantle the psychological conditioning of Homo Moldovanus, the Soviet social engineering projects that use industrialization, linguistic suppression, and terror to erase the national identity. By restoring factual history, the program neutralizes the emotional pull of pro-Kremlin propaganda. How I say, we try to make people understand that even you are Moldovans, ethnic, you are Romanians. You speak Romanian, you have a common with Romania writers. We have a lot of writers on the both sides of the border. That's why you are Moldovan, but you ethnic are Romanian. Let's step another. Diagnostic matrix, revisionism and reality. Historical event, let's try to explain a little bit. In 1944, Soviet in Try, Kremlin narrative, they say that they, liberation from Nazism and restoration of order and build whole Europe. Factually reality, military occupation followed by a criminal administration, mass deportation, and the memorial of pain. Strategic objective, legitimize the Soviet legacy and permanent Russian influence in this zone. And let's speak a little bit about the war in 1992. The Kremlin narrative are localized civil war sparkled by Moldovan nationalism or Moldovan or Romanian nationalism. As in Georgia, they told us that we attack them and we begin this war. But for your knowledge, Moldova in 92 doesn't have an army. Why we try to attack them? We don't have an army, we don't have weapons, we don't have infrastructure to attack them. But they call an attack, and to Moldovan and Romanian nationalists want to kill all the Russians in the Moldavian territory. Factual reality, direct military aggression by the Russian Federation, utilizing the 14th Army with General Lebedev, and they stay now there in that region. And the strategic objectives to justify the permanent illegal presence of Russian, they call peacekeepers. Strategic foresight, decoding the regional threats. The interceptors, Impact Global, Impact Plus, Point of Today, and a lot of other TV programs. Mission is to counter the dismay and distract tactics by providing clear-eyed experts' assessment of global crisis, preventing pro-Kremlin sources from monopolizing the narrative of fear. Tracking the 4-year totally war and its direct implications for Moldovan stability. Active portfolio global security, translating outcomes from the Munich Security Conference and US-Moldova strategic dialogues. Active portfolio internal subversion, investigating espionage networks within the security agency and exposing covert influence operation. These TV programs we have every day, from Monday to Sunday. Some of them, let's say, special edition. Even when we have a big provocation, it's twice per day. We can make twice per one day. And let's speak about the Ukrainian Shield and Odessa axis. As my colleague from Ukraine mentioned, Russians want to be closer and closer to their unrecognized republic. They want to make a corridor through Transnistria. In the south of Republic of Moldova, I will show you, it's somewhere here, I think it's here. It's Gagauzian autonomy. Near its Transnistrian unrecognized republic. And the Russians attack very, we watch very careful first and the second year of war in Ukraine, and they attack very, very strong the south and Odessa. And we know that if Odessa capitulate in first or second year of the war, Moldova can survive maybe 8 or 10 days if Odessa will. That's why it's very important to us, this south of Republic of Moldova, because if they will join with the Transnistria and Gagauzia, we have big problems in that region. That's why even in Ukraine we have military from Romania, not recognized. It's a foreign battleship. We have from Moldova. I know a lot of people that fight in 1992. Now they fight in Ukraine. We have foreign battleships from Romania, and they fight very well in this south region and closer to how to say, Russian front line. Any peace deal between Ukraine and Russia that excludes Moldova risks leaving the country as a new battleground for Russian power assertion. We know that we will not stop. Every day we see how Russian peacekeepers are moving in Transnistria. They make exercises, they make a lot of crises there, and they are very aggressive. That's why we think that someday they will attack. We don't know where, Chisinau or Odessa, but we know that they will attack. This is like in a game. This is a card in Russians' hands. They will use this card, but we don't know. That's why we are very close to Ukrainian government. We speak, we make programs, we invite them to know and to, when they will speak about the peace in Ukraine, make sure that Transnistrian region and military troops from Transnistria are evacuated from there. For us, it's very, very important. Exposed flanks, the regional vulnerability spectrum. Gagauzia. I will tell you a little bit about Gagauzia after that Transnistria. 95% of schools use Russian instructions. When we have a referendum about integration, in that region, European Union give them more than 200 million euro for projects. And when they vote for European integration, 95% was against Europe, and only 5% wants to integrate in European Union. This is how Russians work in that communities. They work like a zombie, they call us, we cannot try with our television in that region because they call us fascists. And we can make some reportages from there. We have a colleague there that make a reportage, a Gagauzian ethnic from there, and pay because we can't try there, and the police can do nothing. And 9% of residents consume national TV. Moldova 1, it's national, and TVR Moldova. Only 9%. All the people in that region consume Russian televisions. They don't close the Russian televisions like Sputnik, like Russia Today, Russia 1, and so on and so on. That's why. And in that region, Russians spend a lot of money to make TikTok farms, Telegram farms, and they work very, very, very aggressive and very well. They are very practical. Weaponize the narrative, exploiting Soviet nostalgia to spread fears that Chisinau and Brussels plan the liquidation of Gagauzia autonomy. Even they don't speak a Gagauzian language, they don't have a Gagauzian culture, they forget about their culture and their language, they speak only Russian and have Russian culture. They fear that Europe and Chisinau and Moldova will liquidate their autonomy. And Transnistria, how we call the gray zone, it's an uncontrolled zone by Moldavian government. We think that there it's 1,500 illegal Russian troops on our Moldovan soil. Operational status, an unpredictable launch pad for covert actions and military intimidations. Weaponized narrative, utilizing the troops' presence to validate the fabricated myth of a genocide against Russian speakers to justify continued occupations. I said they every day told us that if Russians will leave the Transnistria, we will kill all the Russians there. Let's speak about some of pro-Russian politicians. Ilan Shor, the digital puppeteer. This is an oligarch that pay a lot of money to control online media, control the Matryoshka network and massive TikTok, Telegram, not even Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms. Bot farms for Moscow, primary falsification, fabricating mass media elections, fraud, promoting narratives, and total state collapse. Now Ilan Shor is located in Russia. He was, sorry. I think this is the last. And TV Moldova mandate, our mandate is to make Republic of Moldova closer to Europe, closer to Romania, closer to our values, and we will fight how we know better with Russian. And thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicolae. As we can see, fighting disinformation can be a full-time job.